How's it going, PhonLab? It's Root Junkie here, and in today's video we're going to be talking about SML codes or SPC codes. They're called a couple different things. Hopefully give you guys a good breakdown of what this is and how to utilize them. So this is an LG device, and basically to do a carrier unlock you need this code. So to get it, you're going to go into the phone, you're going to dial pound pound 3424 pound. Now this brings up this service code. It requests this service code, and how do we get the service code so that we can enable the diag port so that something like Octopus or Z3X can actually go ahead and do the carrier unlock process. Okay, that's what we're doing here. This generally is only really needed on LG, specifically, carrier locked phones. Like this is actually, I think, a Boost mobile phone. Or Sprint, you'll have to do the same kind of process too. And variants that I've seen really that this works on is LG and Samsung. So just giving you some breakdowns of what we're looking for. So this code right here is going to be pulled from the computer. Now I'm going to actually link and show you Octopus Box actually does this in the background, and you don't really even notice it. But I'm going to show you the manual way to do it and show you how Octopus Box is doing it. And if you want to do it the manual way, you can also pull your service code, your MSL code, your SPC code, whatever you want to call it, so that you can put it in here and enable diag part. So let's go ahead over to the computer and do that process. All right, here we are on my computer, and let's do this process. So the first thing you have to do is do ADB devices over here in command window. Or PowerShell, it really doesn't matter. And it's going to start the ADB terminal. Obviously, on your phone, you're going to have to turn on ADB. If you don't know how to turn on ADB, go back to like course level number like 3 or something like that. It's really in the beginning of this whole course of how to turn on ADB, USB debugging. I'm going to go ahead and plug in my device. You can hear it click up right there. And then let's do it again. All right, there you go. You may get a prompt on your phone, obviously, to allow ADB debugging. Always put always allow and OK. All right, so from here, we're going to do a shell. All right, and then I've got this really cool special command, which you'll see linked below the video, of how to do this process. So I'm going to go ahead and paste that in there and hit enter. All right, so here's what we're dealing with. And I'm going to show you and try to explain this command to you so you guys understand it. Okay, all right, so it brought up all of this information, right? Okay, so just because I know, because I've messed with this enough times, and you'll see it below the video really well explained also, hopefully it'll be helpful for you. This right here, this code right here, is your SML SPC code, okay? Now I'm just going to open this up and show you what I did so I can explain it here. Alright, so this is a little note I made just explaining this. So once you copy that code over, it copies over like this, right? Those are those same digits, right? See it? Okay. Then what you do is you take the last 12 digits, so the very end of it from the 3 on. Okay. Then you take out all the 3's. You delete the 3's between each digit. You can see it's always a 3 and then another digit. And that gives you your service code or your SPC or SML code. So you can see that those do stand for Master Subsidy Lock or Service Program Code. So we were getting the Service Program Code is what we were getting with. That's what allowed us to get in there and enable the diag port. But there you go. That's the process. Some devices will actually just show you the code directly, and you won't have to like decipher it right here. But that is how you do it. There's another one for some LG devices. You can get it this way. So you need to search for that in your Logcat. And then the other thing we can show you that's kind of interesting is if you want to run a different kind of Logcat. So I'll just do this too. So it's just to give you an idea of how this works. So let's see if I can get it. Okay. So first we got to do an ADB shell again. All right, let's just paste in that same command one more time. But this time we're going to actually remove exactly what it's looking for, which is this specific log in the Logcat. and we're actually going to do this, and we're going to execute a logcat-d. And what that's going to do is, instead of filtering the logcat to that specific block of logs, this is going to do a full logcat. So there you go. That just dumped your entire logcat from your phone to this computer terminal. So now we can actually see the entire log of the logcat that's in there. So this would be the full logcat, right? That's a lot to look at and try to skim for those couple digits versus, coming up here and, within, 10, 20 lines, because we filtered it, you get this number and you've got it, right? Or if you do a full logcat, then you can look through all of this crap. Yeah, it's a lot. But if you're trying to debug something, or you're doing some research, or for some reason your SPC code does not come up with the filter, you can actually do it this way and then look for it. And just scan the system until you find the logcat number, or until you find the SPC code, and figure it out that way. Like I said, it might be in plain text on some devices. It might be every, remove the 3s between each letter or something like that. It does vary a little bit, but generally this is how it's done. So there you go. That is the process. Let's go over and throw that into the phone, our new code, and just show you what it does. All right, so it looks like we've got the number off the computer, so that's pretty cool. So let's just go ahead and put it in and show you what I'm talking about. So we'll come in here. We're going to put in this new code we just pulled off our computer. So 892.687, and you can see right here diag. So what you're going to do is just come in here. I'm going to disable it if you have it, and then re-enable it just to make sure that you do have it enabled. See right there, diag enabled successful. That's all you got to do. Now that allows the basically the device to connect in diag mode or UART or whatever they need to be able to do the unlock over on Octopus or Z3X, which is pretty sweet. So that's the process. That's how you get this code. That's how you utilize this. At this point, if they need, they can actually rewrite the code to 000, like 6 zeros, or they can just utilize the one that they now know what it is, and you know what it is, and there you go. Pretty cool. Very easy to do, right? This is not hard. But like I said, Octopus does do this for you and just gives you the code. You don't even have to do any of the ADB stuff. But I thought it was kind of cool to show you guys the process that they're doing and how it's done, and learn a little bit more about logcats. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. Stay tuned for more, and we'll catch you in the next one. Root Junkie out.